Hello again, friends. This is Psycar, and I'm playing FTL. This is my second video of the Thunder Run, the second run I'm doing. This is the one on Rock Ship Layout C, the Advanced Edition layout. It's, I think the entire purpose of this ship actually is to give you a crystal crew right off the back, so that if you are having trouble unlocking the crystal crew through random luck, you can instead try to unlock this ship, which isn't particularly easy to do, but it's much easier than rolling the dice randomly and trying to get the crystal that way. Other than that, this ship is fairly uneventful. It comes with the swarm missile. I'm going to spend a couple seconds talking about the swarm missile. Got a couple questions about the swarm missile in my last video. What the swarm missile does, it's one of these new advanced edition weapons that's a charge up. Every second it gains a permanent little, well, semi-permanent little charge. You can fire it with that first 7 seconds and it'll fire one missile and cost 1 missile ammunition. Or you can let it charge up done 2 or 3 times and fire 2 or 3 missiles and cost 1 missile ammunition. The advantage there being, of course, that you save ammo, but it does delay your barrage so that the damage is delayed and whatever subsystem you're targeting is still online. It sounds really powerful because you're firing 3 missiles at once, but at 21 seconds for only 3 damage, it's not that great. The sheer power of this weapon is kind of low for what you'd expect for a 21 second cooldown. It's mostly a versatile weapon that lets you fire the kind of barrage you need at the moment. It fits pretty well into this ship design, especially with my glaive beam. Although I can't run them both at the same time, if I could charge them both up at the same time, then I could fire swarm missiles at the enemy's shields in order to reduce them and let my glaive beam go to work. But I'm not gonna pontificate too much on that. I'm now in Sector 2 and I don't have level 2 shields yet. That's my main goal. Before we do that though, I'm gonna name some crew. Ahead of you, foolish volunteers. Noble's gonna be my pilot. Pretty much every time I jump badly, it's his fault. I'll add a recce, and I'll add a tangy. Alright, so let's get on with this. Pirate here attacking an unarmed civilian. You can't do that, bro. You just can't do that. They've got a teleporter, so they'll try to board me. See if I can get 4 rooms out of this glaive beam, and I can. Oh no, I can't let you just sit in my oxygen and work on the oxygen. Oh, there's no way I'm going to be able to coordinate getting that pilot into the piloting station to avoid the damage. Or I'm sorry, to avoid the evasion loss there. So I'm just going to have to suck it up. And by suck it up, I mean one-shot them. There's some scrap. Welcome aboard, Johnson. Cool. Admittedly, I would have liked a race other than another Rockman. No offense to the Rock dudes, but I have now 3 of them, and this isn't going to be a teleporter ship, I don't think. So I would rather another race to take advantage of racial diversity. I am an equal opportunity destroyer of rebels. I didn't get a 4th person that's volunteering, so I'll just let Johnson here stay as Johnson. If I get someone else that wants to be a part of this suicide fest, I'll be happy to invite them on board. Level 2 shields at the cost of a little bit of evasion. I want to get that evasion powered back again, so I'm going to work on that. Let's plan a route here. I saw poor Alex got stuck so often. I really don't know if he just wasn't paying attention or if he was getting bad sectors or what. I'm just going to kind of zigzag over. I'm in no real hurry. I'm not looking for a store or anything. I think what I need on the ship right now is just more upgrades to the ship itself. Okay, a little empty beacon here. This is Alania's sector. And the Lanius are... I feel like the plot of this sector is that there was a war here, and the Lanius like were attracted to all the scrap, and they're just causing havoc, and it's not worth hanging around. What's getting hacked? Shields is getting hacked. That's not so great, but I can't really do much about it, can I? It's like probably the best thing to do there is to get the shields, the weapons, and a couple more rooms just that are in the way. And once again, I'm going to do that thing where I turn off the oxygen to try to increase my evasion. Unlike the last ship that's trying this single laser beam combo, I've got two shields, so it's not going to work out too well for the Lanius here. Contact the slugs. You know, I really never want to contact the slugs, and sure enough, they run for it. Even though I said I want to upgrade my ship, I'm in no super big hurry to do so. I'm not losing fights or anything, so I don't have to pour every last scrap into system power immediately. Oh, come on, well, I'm gonna lose the clone bay. What the? Okay, this isn't okay. Alright, guys. This frickin' clave beam, it's so satisfying. How are these guys actually managing to beat me? They're just humans, and yet poor Reki here is on her last legs. I don't want to use, I didn't really want to do that, but this is getting kind of desperate, so... Yeesh! See, this is the, I guess I have a clone bay. I mean, well, I normally have a non-broken clone bay, so it's not that big of a deal, but this is the disadvantage of these clone bay ships. They're just... You just can't, you can't heal your crew up very quickly. You get, I only get 8 hit points per jump. And some of these dudes are on their last legs here. I'm not sure I'm okay with this, to be honest. I mean, yeah, I could just clone some new ones, but in addition to being cruel to my friends, it's also not really effective. Especially since, as we just showed, my clone bay can go down very quickly. I'm pausing here because I'm tempted to upgrade this. It's such a waste of scrap at this point, but I'm not sure I have the choice, to be honest. If that clone bay gets hit and someone gets killed, I just lose crew left and right. Nah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm playing with your lives, guys. I'm playing with your lives. Do I really have the fuel to give them fuel? I kinda do. A laser charger. Much like the swarm missile, this is a charged weapon. You can charge up 1 or 2 laser shots. The advantage of waiting for 2, of course, is that it lets you more rapidly take down enemy shields. It's not a terrible weapon, actually. It lets me, it'll let me combat low-level shield ships without having to use missiles. Ooh, I don't know. Normally I'd be up for that because I don't use weapons, or missile weapons very often, but in this run I actually do need my swarm missile. I think that is better than the laser charger. I'm just kind of putzing around right now. I don't have a goal. Like I said, I'm not really looking for a store. I'm kind of just letting fortune come to me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, maybe I didn't go with the best path through this sector. I'm kind of trapped now. Oh man, these rebels. They're always up to something, let me tell you. Can I hit 5 rooms with this? Yeah. That's your only weapon? That's your only weapon. It's a single laser. It's so tempting to sleaze and let Johnson here gain a bunch of shield experience. Because they can't hurt me otherwise, but no, I'm not going to. What I am going to do is one-shot them. Let's just attack the Lonnies outright. There's no real reason not to push my advantage of being able to just destroy stuff. And every event has a positive or negative outcome. So even though I'll get hit with a missile or two here, which reminds me, everyone hold your breath again. Oof, that's a little more holding my breath than I would have hoped. But this should one-shot them, so I can repair that. Seriously, guys, you already got it. You hit the oxygen. The oxygen's a thing you guys hit. Investigate the debris. More random stuff. So much slow. Store, no. Alright, I'm gonna put a little more power in there, get the extra shield, or I'm sorry, the extra vision. I do love the music in this game in general. The abandoned sector has some of the best music too. Do these weapons pose any threat to me? I don't think so, but I'm gonna do this anyway. Since I don't think I can one-shot the ship, I might as well declaw the ship if I'm gonna have to do a longer fight. Yeah, that's obnoxious. Just take that offline. A system repair drone would actually be kind of useful in this ship if I had the drone system installed. And come to think of it, that's not a terrible system to install on this ship. Once again, I'd be able to use a defense drone, which will help me out since I'm so slow at attacking. It'll let me use an attack drone, which will help with fighting shields. That's not a terrible, it's not a terrible surrender, circumstantially speaking. So this guy gets to live. Let's see here. I could pop back up there, then go there, then go there. Use 3 fuel to get 1 extra node. Meh. What gets hacked? My clone bay gets hacked. That looks like a burst laser. Ooh, it is a burst laser. And even though I dodged enough there to not get hit, there was a very real possibility of getting hit with 2 shield damage there and having that beam get through. So I'm once again going to defang the ship. Yeah, that was surprisingly lucky. I am impressed by this crew. Who gets the props? Who's on evasion? Reki and Noble there. So good job, you two. You've served me well. Avoid some cheap damage to my ship by some drone. Stuff, and stuff. So that was a pretty good halt. Once again, find myself at 15 minutes and a sector complete. Let's keep going. So I could go to the Mantis homeworld or the Mantis controlled. I don't really have a strong feeling about either one. Mantis homeworld gives me a better chance to get the Mantis crew quest, but in addition to being kind of a useless augment, I can't complete the quest. It requires all sorts of crazy stuff. Teleporter and a med bay. I don't even know if the clone bay counts for that. Nevertheless, it's the path I want to go on that matters, not necessarily the sector, so I will go to the homeworlds. Alright, so I'm just going to keep going. This video will probably end up being about a half hour long, but hey, I'm okay with that. I'm kind of stockpiling scrap for a store, not because I think I need to buy anything, but just because I'm winning so handily that I think it's alright. This is the worst event in the game. I'm almost certainly going to get a crew killed here. I wonder if they can clone even though my clone bay is off power. Is it worth it? Is it worth it to find out? You know what? It is not worth it to find out. Even though I'm like 95% sure clone bay works in events, even if it's unpowered, it is not worth it. That 5%, man. If anybody knows the answer to that, leave a comment. Otherwise, I should probably try to find that one out offline. I don't think I've encountered that event too often in the Advanced Edition. Okay, so now we're fighting level 2 shield ships, which makes this a little more complicated. So, how do I want to handle this? I think I want to handle this using swarm missiles. Unfortunately, I don't have my weapons bay charged up to the point where I can charge up the swarm missiles and fire off my glaive beam shortly thereafter. Which means I'm going to get hit with missiles in the clone bay again. If it's a Mantis ship, 2 ought to be enough. Yep, that was good. Alright, back to stations. Keep my evasion up. Nice. Oh crap. They're repairing it awful quickly. There must be something on this ship other than Mantis, because Mantis cannot fix things that quickly. Can I get the 5th room? I can. That's actually going to be really ineffective, because I'm going to be... this is where the glaive beam starts to fall apart. Well, observe how not nearly as strong it is this time. See? Even though I hit 5 rooms, I only did 1 damage to each room because the shields were, there's level 2 shields here. If I'm going to be using the glaive beam, and apparently I am, then I really need an effective way to deal with the fact that I'm going to have to fight multiple shield ships, which probably means getting one of these 2 weapons online. So let's, I mean, there's a whole bazillion problems with this little ship. I suppose I should get people walking around to fix that. Get these 2 in this room at the same time to repair the breach. Get them out of the breach immediately. Johnson here will fix my clone bay. Everyone back to stations. Alright, so, okay, if I want to get this second weapon online, it takes 125 scrap plus 2 power. I actually just barely have enough of that. I could get the 1 power bar at 1, that'll put me up to 150 scrap, and then I could take another one out of engines. Before I do that though, I want to see if I'm going to jump to a store. There might be a cheaper alternative. There's not. Alright. This feels like all eggs in a basket here, but I think I have to do it. So I'm going to keep the charge laser on by default. If I want to switch to the swarm missile, I can. I'm not sure I need both, to be honest, but I don't have a store available right now to sell one off. Man, I am not happy about how weak this crew is. Ooh, I'm on the clock. Ooh, I can't dodge. So I'm going to fire a 2 charge laser barrage just before I fire off my shield. I'm sorry, before I fire off my glaive beam. Okay. The glaive beam's instantaneous, so I don't have to wait. Granted, I was hoping they'd both hit. But I still get what I want. The main thing I wanted was to knock the piloting station offline so they can't FTL out. Stop that. As you can see there, when set in auto mode, it'll only wait for the first charge before firing. Alright, let's fire it again. Nice. Alright, let's just destroy the ship. This is kind of a problem. Four versus 4 is not good when my crew's barely hanging on to life here. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get everyone the hell out of Dodge. I'm gonna sacrifice large parts of my ship here and do the ever tactful strategy of sucking the oxygen clear out of my ship. I don't want to spook them yet. I'm going to spook them soon, but not quite yet. Now, see, I need these doors, as many of them as possible, since it's only now... Oh crap, why did I open that? Because I'm stupid. Anyway, I don't want them to just be able to run freely through the ship. I want them to get caught by as many doors as possible, because I only have a couple doors between me and them. So I've got to try to micromanage these doors as much as possible to make sure there's always at least a couple doors between me and them. It's not going to work too well. Crap, I've completely just... I thought he'd go through that other door. Oh man, they're going to get in there. Oh Jesus, this is not looking good. Yep, breached. Alright, crap. Oh right, the solar flares are a thing too. Alright, this guy's probably just gonna die. Sorry, Noble. I just don't have a choice here. Alright, I don't have to kill him because I do have the ability to power that. I think everybody's dead. So what I do is I close the doors, and then I open the doors. That'll allow the oxygen that's available to quickly flood through the ship. I'm going to send Reki up here as a temporary pilot, so that the pilot station's charging. Looks like the fires that were caused by the flare are out. I can't see because of the flare. Let's work on repairing the ship. I'm not going to eat another solar flare. As soon as I get the warning, I'm going to get out of here. Okay. Oh, nope, need a pilot. Alright, let's go. Mostly jumping to a store because I know it's safe. Alright, let's look at the store a little bit later. I want to get my crew back to stations. So yeah, that's a big weakness of this ship. Everybody's so slow and everybody's so weak because they're taking periodic damage that I just cannot heal fast enough. I guess losing Noble to that wasn't that bad, although he's actually becoming a fairly proficient pilot, but, you know, he lost a little bit of experience there. Every time you die, you lose 10% experience. And, I don't want to do that if at all possible. Alright, let's look at the store. Let's see, they have... I don't have much to barter with here. Do I really want both of these? I have 22 missiles. And since I'm unlikely to need more than a couple missiles per battle, that's not going to go down very quickly. On the other hand, having both is very useful. I can use this to quickly deal with ships that only have 2 shields without having to spend missiles. That's actually what I want more than anything. Man, I wish I had this store available before I had to sink so much scrap into the weapon subsystem. I could have saved quite a bit of scrap there. I think I want the Iron Blast more than I want either of these weapons. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter what I want, because I've only got 19 available scrap to barter with. What could I sell? I could sell any of this stuff, but it's all kind of useful to my strategy. You know what? I'm just gonna... Ooh, I'm also low on fuel. Man! Choices. Alright, this is how it's gonna go. I'm not gonna buy any of the super useful stuff. And I'm gonna just repair and buy a little bit of fuel. I really just need to get in more fights, win more fights, get more scrap. One of the easiest ways to lose FTL is to go shopping hungry. You just, every time you're at a store, you're like, ooh, I need this, and you sell half your stuff, and you buy a bunch of stuff, and then you never have anything you need. Oh boy. Why am I... Every frickin' time there's one of these guys warping in. This is actually becoming really irritating. And for some reason they always target the oxygen system. However, the pulsar is, even though I'm taking a couple hits here, it's to my advantage because it knocks off their shields, which means my glaive beam can do full damage to all systems, including the shields, assuming they don't knock it offline through damage. Ah, they're dead. Oh, right! I don't have oxygen. I can't restore oxygen to a room that I don't have oxygen flowing through the ship. Oh, man. Well, I guess I'm in no particular hurt here. Just suck up the ion damage, get the oxygen repaired. Open all doors, close all doors. Alright, nothing's ionized. Yet another store. No. I just need more combat. Jump here, jump here, jump here, jump here. Yeah, I should have enough room to play. Another drone. Boarding drone. Boarding drone doesn't really fit with my strategy. I think the data stores would just tell me about this sector, and I don't really care about this sector because I'm about to leave it, so I'll take the free, no-risk scrap. Oh, Mantis, you so silly. They're actually pretty well armed. I might take a couple hits here. Evasion! However, it doesn't look like they've timed their weapons very well, so that even if I'm not evading much, it looks like I'm still able to keep my shields up. Let's see here. This is the one annoying thing about glaive beams. You're always so tempted to draw these perfect lines. But man, even though I'm in Sector 3, it's still one-shotting ships. Well, I guess it's not a one-shot, I have to fire something ahead of time, but it's doing work. Alright, one more power, so that I can keep my evasion up and not suffocate the crew. I'm sure the crew thanks me. Oh boy, once again out of fuel. Oh, cheap repairs. Oh man, the fact that I even have this available suggests things aren't going so hot. Let's go with the 20. Wow, I didn't really think my cunning plan all the way through, did I? Okay, well, I guess I deserved that. So I'm going to jump into this Mantis sector and immediately run out of fuel again! I don't know why on these runs I've been playing with online, but I just had none fuel. So we jumped to a new sector. It is once again a Mantis sector, and we've got no fuel. And that's where I'm going to leave us. So I guess next time we'll see who comes to our rescue and how badly they get one-shotted by a glaive beam. Till then, take care.